Hi guys, how's it going? I'm hoping that everyone is doing well whenever you see this. So this is going to be a general reading for Sagittarius for March 17th through March 31st. It is a general reading, so it can cover anything from work, love, health, friends, family, etc. So take it how it resonates for you if it does. And if it doesn't resonate and you know your birth time, you can get a free birth chart online and find out your other placements, find out your sun, rising, moon, and Venus signs, for instance, and check out some of my other zodiac sign readings. Okay. Also wanted to say that whenever you see this message, it is meant for you because um, time is timeless and fluid and changes. So this reading can resonate before or after um, March 17th to March 31st. So this can resonate 6 months down the line, a year down the line, or it can go, the other direction into the past. And real quick before we get into your reading, I've shuffled all your cards and pulled them out at a time. But also wanted to say that if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you like this video and you haven't, it's totally free. You can just click on the bottom right bell icon and just make sure it's active so you know when I put out new videos. All right, so with all that being said, we're going to do a quick sound bell here just for some grounding and healing for the reading before we start. So if you want, you can take a deep breath in and out. All right. Okay, Sagittarius. All right, let's get into your reading. Also, I'm wearing my little Labradorite. I think I'm saying that right. Stone crown to just help out with my chakras and help me be an effective channeler. And plus, it looks cute. Hopefully, I think it does. But anyway, Sagittarius, let me set your timer here, and let's see what we got for you. Turn my music up just a little bit. So my dogs don't go too crazy. Okay. So if you've been here before, we're going to start with the first main six and welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. So this first row is energy starting around the 17th, can be a little bit before, a little bit after. So beginning into the middle of next week, going into upcoming weekend, and then the last row here is the last week and weekend of March. All right. Okay, so you have the Tower upright, the Magician upright, Two of Wands upright, the Chariot in reverse, King of Cups upright, and King of Pentacles. And I also started doing something real quick for you guys where I've been pulling from each deck, because I have two decks here I'm working with, the top and the bottom, to just give even more background into your reading and the current energies going on. Okay. So Sagittarius, when you're starting off here with this Tower card in the upright position, this speaks about some type of sudden dramatic change. It could be a surprise. It could be a spiritual download. It could be revelations. And again, I always say in my readings, if this isn't you, Sagittarius, this could be the person you're dealing with or just your general environment, okay? But let me show you this card here. So in this deck, you see there's like this mound, and it's supposed to represent the tower. And there's always lightning in the tower cards in many different decks, and it's always striking the top part of the tower, right? So that's your crown chakra. That's the spiritual downloads, revelations, enlightenment about something, okay, dealing with this change, whatever it may be, or this surprise. Okay, so with that being said, Sagittarius, now I'm going to show you what was on the top and the bottom of this main deck we're working with first. This is the Animal Totem Tarot. So you had the Ten of Wands upright on the top of the deck, and then you had the Queen of Swords in reverse on the bottom. Okay, so Sagittarius, this Ten of Wands says that in the recent past or even currently mid-March, right, you could be at the end of one part of your journey, a job, a relationship, and the beginning of a next, okay? Because 10 is completion, right? In the tarot. So this also speaks about having patience because you see this tiny snail at the bottom here, and also with all the ribbons on the wands, there could be some type of celebration in the future with this new beginning. Okay, so that's nice to see. Now, when you have this Queen of Swords in the reverse, when the Queen of Swords is upright, she can be viewed as someone who's very cold and calculated because she is in a position of authority and she doesn't show her vulnerable side to everyone, right? So when she flips, this could be for some of you, since it is a general reading, Sagittarius, that some of you now are wanting to reopen your heart and become more vulnerable in some way. It could also speak of a little bit of mental confusion, right? Because the sword is reversed. Okay, when the swords are upright, that's mental clarity. When in reverse, it's the opposite. Okay, so there could still be some mental clarity, confusion going on in the background here that could be leading up to this tower movement, this sudden change or surprise that's going to happen for you, if it hasn't already happened. Okay, and it can be with the tower card. It's not something scary. I mean, certainly, like what is scary? That's a relative term, but it can be something as simple and annoying as your car breaking down, having issues with your computer, your phone. It can be something more dramatic, like a sudden move, or something like that. So again, you have to take it how it resonates for you. So whatever this change is when it comes through Sagittarius, it kind of motivates you in a certain way to become the magician because this is your second card here. So then you start taking all the tools of the tarot, right? So you have the sword, the pentacle, the cups, and the wands, and you're starting to manifest whatever you want in your life. So that is really nice, beautiful energy. Now, before we get into the third card, I want to talk about real quick what I got for the top and the bottom of the Llewellyn deck, which is your confirmation cards that we'll do at the end here, your tarot confirmation cards. But yeah, you got the Three of Wands in reverse and the High Priestess upright. Okay, so this is just more information to where you are currently or what's going on in the background of your reading that might be explaining why certain cards show up. Okay, so with this Four of Wands in the reverse, this is an energy of in the recent past, you could have been really doing a lot of people watching, not ready to take action, but really, slowing down in some way to observe what's going around you, what you can learn from people around you, how they go about their own life and their own past and where they are and how it might relate to you. But since it's in the reverse, you're coming out of that energy and now you're ready to possibly take some action. Okay. Now, so that was on the top of the deck. What was on the bottom of the deck is the High Priestess, okay, in the upright position. So this is a beautiful card that talks about intuition, okay, that talks about abundance and talks about being protected. There's a tiny, well, not tiny, but there's a pretty big spider web you can see above her head here. And a lot of different cultures believe, especially in Native American, that the spider above the head is a sign of protection. So you're divinely protected here. You're tapping more into your intuition. You have the ability to go in between different worlds with the water here, in the subconscious, in the emotions, and you have it controlled, and you're coming from a place of really understanding yourself. Okay. So that is always nice to see, Sagittarius. So yeah, now back to your main six where we were. So your third card here is the Two of Wands. So it's very interesting. It has like kind of a similar energy to the Three of Wands in reverse, but this one is right side up. So I'll show you both of them. But remember how I was just mentioning that in the recent past, you were slowing down, you were observing all these things, you were learning things, you weren't ready to take action, and now you kind of feel like you are. Well, then this tower moment happened, and then you started to manifest, and then you needed to slow down again, or you just were in some way. Okay, so you have the Two of Wands here. So you're trying to get control of your emotions again, okay? And make sure they're coming from the right place and that they don't over control you. And you see this sting right here, and he's got one eye kind of peeping out. But yeah, you hear the Three of Wands in reverse and Two of Wands upright. So it's a little bit of back and forth energy. It could be because there's so much change going on. You could feel um, a little scared about something, or not scared, or worried, or so you're kind of um, don't want to go too fast with something, so you're slowing down again in some way. Now, I will say, Sagittarius, you have one, two, three, four, five. Five major arcanas in your whole spread here. So anytime you see a lot of major arcana cards, that talks about a lot of change, okay? So just wanted to point that out too. Okay, so the next card that you have following the Two of Wands here, your fourth card, is the Chariot in reverse. So this again is a little bit of slowing down the energy. Could be a little bit of stagnant energy, a little bit of restlessness. Okay, again because of all this change happening for you. All right. But nothing lasts forever, like I always say. Thank God, right? So, energy ebbs and flows. But the next card you have is the King of Cups upright. Okay. So, this is a card that talks about manifestation, feeling like you have all the tools around you that you need again, feeling supported because you see this beaver here. He's on his throne, he's got something behind his back, right? That's the metaphor for people supporting him. Okay, this could be leveling up in some way with a position or relationship since it is a king, right? It's not a page or a knight, it's the highest form as far as that, as far as the royalty and, the status goes with those things. And again, there's water here, so he's really in control of his emotions. He's worked really hard working on his beaver dam here to get to this position. And we know that because we saw all this slowing down. And this slowing down is beneficial for you again because I'm a double Sagittarius. I'm a sun and rising Sagittarius. So, and it's kind of well known that we, as a fire sign, have a really hard time with patience. So, the more that you're able to slow down and have patience, it will be beneficial for you and bring in more abundance in moving forward. And again, we had the patience theme hinted at the beginning of the reading with the Ten of Wands upright with the snail at the bottom. Okay. And also with the Ten of Wands too, when I said it's the end of something, the beginning of something else, could be leveling up. Well, when you see the King, that's certainly true, right? Okay. Oops. Yes. Now, your last card here in the main six, you have another King Sagittarius. You have the King of Pentacles. So beautiful for momentum, towards the end of the month. Really nice here. So in this card, in this deck, you see this buffalo in the field. Okay. So this is a lot about planning and planting your seeds and trusting in the universe that they will become abundant. I say that because the grass isn't completely green yet, right? But it will be. And so the buffalo is very confident, in his posture here, and he's very peaceful, and he takes his time with all his decisions that he makes. Okay, a lot of people look up to him. Same thing with the King of Cups, right? Because they're royalty, they come to them for advice and solutions. Okay, so really beautiful energy here, Sagittarius. All right, now with that being said, this is a perfect time to get into your tarot confirmation cards. So we'll go in order here, but you have Knight of Wands in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Chariot upright. So real quick, briefly, but we'll get more into it later. You have the Chariot in reverse in the main six, and then at the end here, it's upright. Excuse me. So that really speaks of a lot of, even if it's not inner work, but a lot of changes, like I said, when you have five major arcana cards in the spread, And, a little bit of that back and forth energy, right, in the beginning where we had the Three of Wands in reverse and then the Two of Wands upright. So slowing down, taking action, slowing down, taking action, that kind of energy. Okay. But we'll get more into that at the end. So, Sagittarius, with this Knight of Wands in reverse, um, this is resisting some type of enlightenment a little bit in the recent past, or not feeling confident about something, or just restless energy, stagnant energy, not moving forward. Okay, because the Knight is in reverse, right? Now, when this shows up here and it's confirming the Tower upright and the Chariot in reverse, this is telling me that, well, there's something else I want to mention too. When this Knight of Wands is in reverse, when the Knight of Wands is upright, it can talk about a message coming through, either you were going to give or someone was going to give to you, or just a general opportunity from the universe. So possibly this was put on hold or didn't happen yet or wasn't well received or something. And this kind of like sparked or was in the background of this sudden change with the Tower card that we started your reading with. Now, this, again, action and then slowing down, and then action and slowing down energy that's throughout your whole reading. Again, with the Chariot in reverse, right, towards the second week here, last week of March, is the reason why the Chariot is in reverse. And you could be feeling that stagnant energy, the restless energy, not moving forward, could be because there was a message that you were going to give or someone was going to give to you that was either put on hold or didn't come through or wasn't well received or something like that. And that could be why it is still here, in the background of your reading, as far as, where you are mid-March or the first week or so, and even a little bit into the second week or weekend, whatever. But like we know, it doesn't last forever. But yeah, we're just confirming what we already know. So your next confirmation card is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Hermes, new. And this is an energy, or this is a card actually that you do want to see in the reverse position, Sagittarius. Okay, because when it's upright, it means you're carrying way too many burdens and they're not accurate. What is the, not accurate, I can't even talk. There is not appropriate or the right kind of help around you, okay? Because you see this little boy trying to help him carry all these swords and he can't lift it, right? But it's reversed. So you're putting a lot of burdens down or you're getting more accurate, proper help with something. Okay, so when the Seven of Swords is confirming the Magician upright and the King of Cups upright, this is basically saying the more you're able to get help from others or put more burdens down, the more able you are able to manifest whatever you want in your life and feel like you have the proper tools around you. Now, when the Seven of Swords in reverse is also confirming, sorry, that's my timer, the King of Cups upright. Again, the more you can put some burdens down. When you think of royalty or someone in a position of power like a king, they're able to delegate. They're not going to take on every battle, right? And so that is something that you could be learning or relearning towards the second week of March here. And that's always a good thing to know about, to practice. It's harder to do it, but you know what I mean, Sagittarius, hopefully. Okay. Now, your last confirmation card here is the Chariot in the upright position. So, like I was saying, your fourth card that you had was a Chariot in reverse. And here you go at the end, it's upright. So that's beautiful. That's, again, that back and forth energy of slowing down and trying to deal with underlying issues that make you feel stagnant and reaching out to get support from other people around you. And then moving forward here again towards the end of the month and even to like the first week of April a little bit. Okay, so beautiful energy here. With the Chariot upright, he's in control of his emotions. He has a balance of masculine, feminine energy, and he's riding forward on his horse. So very nice, Sagittarius. And real quick, when this chariot confirms the Two of Wands upright and the King of Pentacles upright, again, this is just saying, as a fellow fire sign, I'm a double Sag. Patience can be hard for us, but the more that you're patient and slow down, this will be beneficial for you. This is the confirmation from the universe that when you do this, you will be rewarded with something. Okay. And when the chariot upright is also confirming the King of Pentacles upright, same kind of thing. Well, not exactly, but similar to what we were saying before, as far as the more that you can really come from a grounded position and really planting your seeds, like I talked about before, because the grass isn't completely green yet in the King of Pentacles here, but it will be in the future. So the more that you slow down and plant your seeds and come from a calculated position and step into this next leveling up, whatever it is, or just coming from a place where you, what's the way to say it? Like, treat yourself like royalty, treat others like royalty. This is going to bring you forward even more, Sagittarius. All right. So with all that being said, that is what I have for you as far as the tarot. Let's get you some quick oracle cards. Now, I did get a new oracle deck. I need to shuffle them really quick. I did, clear them with frankincense earlier, and I'll do it again really quickly. But this is Rebecca Campbell. She's the same one that has this tiny deck that I use sometimes, the Work Your Light one. So she has this other one. It's called Starseed, and the cards are a little bit bigger. So just give me a moment to do a quick shuffle for you and see what other messages we can get. So 2 more times. All right. Let's see. What does Sagittarius need to see, need to know for their highest good? March 17th through March 31st, Sagittarius. Oh, we got 2. First one came out is Earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. All right, so let me come a little closer to show you here. Oh, it's too close. Okay, so this definitely, I think what it's saying is that this gives me like very similar energy to the 2 kings that you had, the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles, saying learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So taking your emotions as they come in or other people's emotions and processing them in a healthier way where, you are able to still be human and not be seen as completely cold or calculated with the Queen of Swords in reverse that you had at the bottom of the deck, right? But come from a more balance with the 2 kings. That's what I think it means, but real quick, I'm going to look it up. Now, how do I look it up? It doesn't have a number. found it. That's funny. Okay, so I'm not going to read the whole thing here. It might be similar to what I already said. It may resonate for some of you guys, just something to think about. So it says, do you tend to long for the stars, or do you tend to be more in the physical? How can you find greater balance between the two? Okay, so the stars could be, um, your subconscious, your spiritual side, your religious side, if you're religious, whatever. And then the earth could be, the 3D side, the material world that we're in, right? And how you balance between the two. So, something to think about. And the second one that flew out, I don't know how to say this, but hearth, no, that's not it. Haraeth. Hearth. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me. But yeah, it says longing for home, homesick for the stars. Okay, so this whole deck, right? I said it's the Starseed Oracle. So the Starseed is this group of people that have some type of healing ability. And some people think that they used to be aliens or something like that. But they have like a easier time as far as getting into spirituality, something like that. And I know that from my other Sagittarius friends and from myself, obviously I'm not perfect, right? But we do have more of a tendency to be drawn to like religious and spiritual kind of topics. So, when this card came out with the other one, it's saying learning to balance between the two. And the message that it has here for you, just one sentence, it says, how can you commit more fully to your life? Okay. It says it's a Welsh word, difficult to translate, but it means longing or homesickness, a yearning for a place or home which we cannot return. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to, a place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, the longing for the unity of Source. I think it's probably most people, unless you're more open to this stuff, would be a longing for unity, unity of Source, and a remembering of when people were more interconnected and had more oneness. Okay, so because I'm not going to read the whole thing, but if it's something that speaks to you, you can always Google it and find out. But real quick, because I know we're over time, I'm going to grab one more oracle card from this other deck that we've been using. Hold on, everything's falling. Okay. Just give me a second to tap back into your energy, Sagittarius. Okay, final messages for Sagittarius, March 17th through March 31st. What does Sagittarius need to see? What does Sagittarius need to know for the highest good messages for Sagittarius? Okay. You got the gifts card. And so there's a bunch of little kids opening presents. And I'm guessing that it has something, let me show you the card, sorry, has something to do with appreciating life more, finding your joy, something to do with the inner child possibly. Okay, but I'm going to reference the book real quick since I'm not sure exactly. Okay. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says, oops, almost knocked this over. Receiving surprises, kindness, and blessings. I'll just read the last part. Your joy guides delight in showering you with gifts, and they encourage you to expand your heart's capacity to receive all that they have to offer. Start each morning by asking them to surprise you with something wonderful during the day, and then just before going to bed, list all the wonderful things they've bestowed upon you. See how the list grows longer and longer each day. The only request is that you acknowledge these offerings and thank the Divine Mother and Father God, or whatever you want to call it, whatever your spirituality religion is, for the endless generosity. The Joy Guide's message is open your heart and expect good things to come. Um, so yeah, I think I said that at one point that you were starting to open your heart more, Sagittarius. Sorry, I keep knocking that. Oh yeah, it was with the Queen of Swords in reverse, where I was saying you're starting to show you more of your vulnerability and open your heart more, and that's literally, kind of what this card just says. So that's really interesting. And what else was I going to say? There was something else that sounded very similar to what we have on what we've pulled for you today. Having a brain fart. What was it? Um, well, it's escaped me, but if it comes back, I will um, put a message in the video or something. Um, yeah, I don't know why it completely escaped me. Um, I mean, there's one thing I would say. The more that you embody the energy of the High Priestess Sagittarius, which is at the bottom of your depth of the Llewellyn, and open your heart more, um, the more that you will be able to um, be appreciative for what you already have and for what is to come. So I can say that real quick. All right, but with that being said, since my train of thought is leaving, and I probably need to drink this big coffee behind me some more, we're going to end here. But real quick, if I didn't say, I think I forgot to say in the beginning of the video, but if you've been here before, you kind of know the drill. I'm going to be taking a picture of all your cards here today, Sagittarius. If you want to check them out or at a later time, or even listen or watch this again while you're looking at the photo, you can do that by going in the description box below, clicking on my website. Once on the website, click on the Facebook link, find the Sagittarius reading, and it'll just be the first comment. There will be one picture. So with all that being said, I will see you guys later. All right, thanks so much for your support, and have a good day or night. Okay, bye.